honor to be here, particularly on this, the 25th year of the Jewish House Crisis Center. Now, Jewish House is not something I'm unfamiliar with. As a newly elected member of Parliament, Jewish House was one of the first organizations I had the pleasure of visiting, as it does so much good work for the constituents of my electorate in Heffron, particularly those in South Sydney. And I want to acknowledge and celebrate the work that you do on behalf of my constituents, and indeed now in the role of Premier on behalf of people right across Sydney and New South Wales. And as an individual, I've long held the belief that our society runs at its best when, socially, culturally, and economically, we all get that fair go. In fact, I said in my inaugural speech to the Parliament that a society is only healthy when its most vulnerable members are included and supported. And we see that, of course, at Jewish House. Now, being Premier has only reinforced that worldview, and I would say to all of you that Jewish House is definitely the fair go in action. Here's an organization that exists solely to help others, to relieve suffering, to bring comfort to those who are in distress, to offer support, shelter, counseling, compassion to anyone in emotional or spiritual crisis, to anyone, regardless of their faith or their background. Now, the Jewish House Crisis Center, not just a place for people of Jewish faith, it's mission for all of humanity, captured eloquently in your motto, people who help people. Jewish House there for everyone, offering first aid for the soul, especially those who are suffering from mental illness, depression or addiction, from violence or unemployment. These are the issues that Rabbi Castell and his team address and support people with every day. In Australia, there is, of course, a proud history of Jewish work amongst the distressed and the needy. Since 1883, when the Hebrew Philanthropic Society was founded, a mere 2 years after the first official gathering of a Jewish congregation in Sydney, and the Jewish community has, since those days, continued to show its concern for those in need. And it's unsurprising, I suppose, on contemplation, that a culture that has endured the worst of man's inhumanity to man continues to set an example of humanity in their treatment of fellow human beings. Our concern for others, expressed by the Jewish ideal of tikkun olam, or repairing the world, isn't just a vague emotion. It's something to be expressed by each one of us in practical and positive ways through help for people. That's why the work of Jewish House is so inspiring. You care for each other, and you care for each and every one in their times of distress. You don't ask questions. You don't check religious affiliations at the door. You offer immediate comfort and shelter before turning your attention to your clients' long-term needs, whether those are in housing or employment or medical care. And you call on the links and the partnerships you forge with hospitals, agencies, and other charitable institutions. Now, Jewish House is more than a great humanitarian initiative. It is that example of diversity in practice, an example of how one religious group can give a lead and learn to support and earn the support of other faiths to assist their work. Now, my government also recognizes the great benefit of the work of Jewish House to the health and the well-being of our society. And so today, I'm pleased to announce a $53,000 grant under our Community Building Partnership Program. This money to support the renovation of the crisis accommodation premises at Jewish House. It comes with our best wishes on behalf of the people of New South Wales. I congratulate Jewish House on its 25 years. 25 years of compassionate care. And today, let all of us do what Jewish House does every day and help the people who help people. Thank you.